beat lives in a four-wall shrine. Gizmo at his feet, tail wagging in time. Amy's on the couch reading old school crime. He's got his eyes locked on that next big find. Finger to the keyboard screen aglow, chasing that high like it's all he knows. Stevie B's got a grail wall, legends of ink and paper tall. Every hit takes him higher still. Can't stop, gotta feel that thrill. Boxes stacked like towers leaning tight. Gizmo barks at shadows late at night. Amy says, slow down, babe, this ain't right. But he's deep in the hunt for that rarest light. Page by page, his heartbeat speeds. Lost in the art, lost in the need. Stevie B's got a grail wall, stories screaming from the spines that call. Every wind feeds a fire within. Can't stop till the chase begins.
What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B. What did you think of the new intro music? I'm playing around. I'm just playing around. I know it's long. That's the first thing everybody's going to say is, oh my God, it's so long. It's 2 minutes long. What do you got to do if you can get 2 minutes? 2 minutes to spare. I'm just goofing around with trying different intros and stuff like that. And AI... Man, AI seems to be the big thing right now, and man, basically artists hate it, and non-artists think it's kind of cool. I'm a non-artist. I would never try to make money from it. I think that's where the rubber meets the road when it comes to the naysayers for AI. I think it can be dangerous at some point, I mean, we got fake news right now that is so bad that that you can't distinguish. People can't seem to distinguish what's real and what's not. And with AI coming, and you be able to make political figures say whatever you want and put them in any situation you want, what's going to end up happening is people are going to be so used to fake news that they're not going to believe anything anymore, or they'll believe everything. It's sad. So y'all really got to... I always stress when y'all see these things on social media and y'all jump on the bandwagon and take it as gospel, 99% of it's bullshit. Do your own research, think for yourself, use your own brain, use some common sense. Fake news and social media posts have effectively removed people's common sense from their own brain, so they can't look at something and say, that doesn't sound right. They just, there's a lot of stuff out there that people are going, oh, this is true. And you're going, no, it isn't. That just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't sound right. Use some common sense, people. But, so you'll notice I use a little AI stuff for my thumbnails because I have no talent. I can't draw stick figures. I have no talent whatsoever. So I use them to make my thumbnails, and I used it to make this little intro song, and because I can't write music either, I can't do any of those things, but with AI I'm able to do it. Not profiting off of it though. See, I'm not monetized on YouTube. So don't give me any grief about the AI. It's, you know, it's one thing to, you know, if you're in the industry and you are an artist and you use AI and you sell that art, that's a little shady and that should be illegal, and I think it is. But man, if you're an old fart like me putting together YouTube videos and you need a thumbnail, get a grip. It's all right. It's all right. Well, let's get into some comic books. I've only got 5. So, slow week. Christmas is around the corner, so I'm trying to put back some money. That's why, you know, I got my two big books out of the way the last couple weeks, and so I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit, you know. After Christmas, I'm sure I'll hit another one. But I got some good stuff coming, some pretty good stuff coming. So I ain't mad. I know Midtown. I put my order in for Midtown, and it was a big order. It was an $80 order for me. That's pretty big. But there's a caveat. But you'll have to wait till next week to find out what that is. Let's get into it. Anyway, of course, some more foil facsimiles. I'm up to 2 short boxes full of foil facsimiles. So I'm loving them. But they are getting a little... I want the grails. What I would really... Or some major storylines. Remember when they did Secret Wars and Crisis on Infinite Earths? Those 2 massive crossover. That was so cool. I wish they would do some others, storylines like that. I wish they would do Batman to Death in the Family. That would be a cool foil set to have. You know, or even a Lonely Place of Dying, or some stuff like that. But they're kind of just making foils out of any old book anymore, but I'm still buying them, so I guess. But speaking on Crisis on an Infinite Earths, this is the first installment of Crisis on Earth 1 from Justice League of America, number 21. This is the beginning of that story. It's the first Silver Age appearance of Dr. Fate and Iron Man, and Hour Man. And it's also the second appearance of Kronos. So, but I may have to slow down on some of these if they're not a big major key book that, you know, that I'll never be able to afford. But just buying these ones that are not really that big at keys. They're just making fall facsimiles of old books just willy nilly. But anyway, next up, Fantastic Four. Number 11, the first appearance of Impossible Man. That's you know. So, I mean, that was cool. Now, this one I got on eBay. I was looking for some keys of this character, and this popped up. This little two-parter mini popped up, and I was like, how do I not have that? It ticks all the boxes. I mean, it's embossed. It's really cool. It's not foil, but it's a minor key that has potential to be a major key. I've heard rumblings in the background of this character might be showing up at some point in the MCU. So who knows? But I got Incredible Hulk, Future Imperfect, Part 1 and Part 2. But I love this foil. I'm so used to saying it, but I love the embossed cover. It's hard to pick it up on the, there we go. But you can see Hulk kind of jumping off the page at you. But it's really hard to see on camera, but trust me, he's all embossed. And then we got Future Imperfect Part 2, first appearance and cover. This is the first. The story is the first appearance of Maestro. First cover appearance here, but again, also embossed that you can't tell on camera. But I don't know. I tried to get it on there, but I can't. But trust me, it's embossed. There you see if you get the light to hit it right, you can see that it is. But anyway, I think Maestro, like I said, I've heard some rumblings that Maestro might make an appearance in the MCU. I'm not sure, but it'd be cool if he did. I think it'd be a cool character to add. They really screwed the pooch on Hulk, man. When they made Smart Hulk, it was so dumb. It was so miserable. Nobody wanted to see that. I can't imagine that anybody asked for that. Not one comic book collector or fan or anybody said, hey, make Hulk really smart. Nobody asked for it. And they said, so what? We're going to do it anyway because that's what we do. But anyway, go back to Savage Hulk. Go back to the Monster Hulk, Stupid Hulk. We like our Hulk stupid. But anyway, last but not least, one that I missed, I guess. I thought I had and I never got, but it's not a very valuable book, but it has potential. And it's Rom, number 31. And this is the first cover appearance of Rogue, tied with Ultimate or Uncanny X-Men number 158. So it's the tie for the first cover appearance of Rogue there. But I think the Rogue keys are something that they're still relatively cheap. First appearance of Rogue is ridiculously cheap right now for, what I would consider a pretty major key. And I think Rogue's coming. Yeah, I mean, obviously she's coming, and interest in that character is going to pick back up. But I just don't understand how she's not a more expensive book. I don't know if it's print run or what, but I'm making sure I got all my Rogue keys, my first appearances, and my, when she joins the X-Men and first covers. So I got all my bases covered now for Rogue. Bought me some of these. I'm in the process of going through my boxes and thinning the herd again. I made it through one box of the A's already, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm worn out already. One short box, and I'm worn out. And I already took some books out of it, so not sure what I'm going to do with these books yet. But I think they're a little bit too pricey to give away. So I may try to do a whatnot sell, or I may try to do an eBay live auction, or I don't know, get something to get rid of them. Anyway, but I bought some of these little dividers. These are kind of flimsy ones, though. I mean, look at that. I mean, honestly, they're thinner than cardboard. They're just little plastic ones. But I like them. They do their job. And I guess it's okay because they're taller. So if the lid pops on it and it kind of mashes it, won't hurt it that much. But anyway, that's going to do it. Had a busy day today. I did some headlight restoration on my car because it was all scratched up and oxidated when I bought it new. Got me a little Toyota RAV4. I think I mentioned it before. But it was used. It's in great shape, but the headlights were a little dirty, dingy, and kind of scuffed up. So I bought some restoration kit and got them cleaned up. So it's looking cherry now. There's a few little hair scratches on the door handle. I'm going to get me some scratch remover type next and see if I can buff those out. They're really faint, really light. You wouldn't even notice them except it's right by the handle, so you're always looking there. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Before you go, do all those YouTube things we'd love for you to do. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of the theme music. I need to change it up. Need to get something a little more. This one's kind of bluesy, jazzy, whatever. They need something a little more heavy metal or some little rap or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.